Welcome to the Everything Entertainment Podcast, brought to you by the Redwood Gigantea. I am your host, Laysha Vargas. This is my lovely co-host,
Aiden Lupian.
And today we're here with the protagonist of this year's musical, Little Mermaid.
Hi, my name's Mara Sampiteo, and I play Ariel.
My name's Ava Dodson, and I play Flounder.
So how long have you guys been doing theater, or like just musicals in general?
I've been doing musicals since middle school. So, I did a couple like little theater, I guess community theater when I was little, and then I started really committing to it as a 7th and 8th grader in Legally Blonde, and then I was in COVID in 8th grade, so I didn't get to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing musicals since like I was 7 years old. I think my first one was maybe Moana, and then I started getting into like the acting business, and then that's how I kind of like do it now. So,
Acting business?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like I have agents, and I do like print ad commercials and commercials and that stuff.
Oh shucks, I didn't know we had a celebrity. I forgot how we had more drugs.
Is acting something you want to do when you grow up, like a career?
I really like acting. I think
that's
that's
cool.
what I want to pursue.
Are you going to be doing more?
No, I've applied to I'm doing vocal performance, so I'm applying to scholarships right now to continue doing that, because I kind of do. I'm not a great actor, I don't think so. It's been challenging being Ariel, I'm gonna say.
You did pretty good as Janice last year.
Thank you.
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm not great at acting, but I love to sing, so that's what I'm.
Sense.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel when you left auditions? Like, did you guys get the role you wanted to play? Did you maybe think you weren't gonna get the role?
When I left auditions, I was just like, I thought I bombed all my callbacks. Like, I thought they were just awful. And then I was surprised when I found the cast list. So I did not expect to get Ariel at all. I thought I was going to get Ursula.
Yeah, I thought I sucked at my callbacks. I messed up completely, and I got home and I just started crying because of how bad I thought I did. But then I saw the callbacks, and then I was like, oh my gosh. Because Flounder was the character I wanted, but any character would have been good. But I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, well, moving on to more lead questions. Is this, for both of you, is this your first time playing as a lead?
No, this is my second. My first lead was last year. I played Janice in Mean Girls. But, it is my second, so it's still pretty nerve-wracking because last year I was technically a lead, but I had a lot of time backstage. And this time I'm on the stage the whole show, so I got to get used to that.
This is not my first time being lead. I think it was actually my first musical. I was Little Moana, so I guess that kind of resembles like a lead, I guess. So.
Okay, and then this is just for you. You're a freshman, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how does it feel to get to play as a lead in your first musical at Redwood?
I'm honestly very proud of myself for overcoming all of the challenges that I had, kind of, and I'm really excited. It's really nerve-wracking, kind of, to like be a freshman and be a lead, but I'm really excited. So, yeah.
And this question is directed towards Mara. How do you feel about this being your last musical at Redwood since you were a senior?
Yeah, I'm really excited because I love Little Mermaid, and I wanted to do a show for more, I guess, like for little kids. Just because last year we didn't get to do any school shows, and I love, younger audiences. I think it's pretty fun. But I was excited to do like a familiar show that everyone knows, and obviously playing Ariel, I'm excited to have a lead that everybody knows this time. Because last year I would say my lead, and everyone's like, what? So yeah.
What's your guys' favorite part of rehearsing so far?
Rehearsing, I don't know. I just love talking to all my friends. I just like to rehearse to hang out, honestly.
Yeah, you have a big group of friends.
Yeah,
like the
I
corner.
feel like I keep making. I like to make new friends. I don't know. I just love rehearsal. I just feel like I'm happier there, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I've gotten to know a lot more people now ever since being in the musical, so that's one of the big things. Like, I've made good friendships with this musical so far, and it's only the second or third month, so yeah.
Yeah, we're not too far into it, but like experience from last year, I feel like I know way more people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's cool. Like you're like, okay, yeah, like I know this person.
Yeah,
they're
I feel
doing
like
their
it's
thing.
grown for sure because I remember freshman year, like nobody did it. But
And I was coming back from COVID.
yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that there's just more people in general. So
I actually have a question for all of you. So after the musical, that's kind of like, I'd say your guys' big part of the year. What's for that class? What's afterwards? I know there's the one acts, but I don't know if that's everyone. Like,
yeah.
What's the main goal after the musical?
So I'm not in drama class. I just do the musical. So, but I know there for sure is one acts. I know that's a huge deal, and I love to go watch those. But for musical, it's kind of just like the Vespas. Do you guys know about Vespas?
Yeah.
So, like, it's not that much preparation, but that's kind of like the like last bit of musical for the year.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, probably just focus on, like, my grades and that stuff, I would say, after the musical. But, yeah, that's about it.
Do you have anything to add, Laysha?
No, I don't.
I know you're
I'm
involved.
Drama.
You're not in drama, but
You're not in drama?
You know,
No, I'm
Oh,
not in
yeah,
drama either.
me
I
either.
think we're all in drama.
Yeah.
sorry.
Not too
And then for the musical, what are you guys most excited for? What are you looking forward to?
I'm so excited for the costumes because I'm just excited. I'm excited to see everyone as a fish and as a starfish and a jellyfish. What are you?
Kelp.
You're kelp.
Not
Exactly.
everyone's a fish.
And I don't know if I'm getting a wig yet or what. So I'm so
They're
excited.
gonna make you just dye your hair. Just like
Exactly. Yeah,
commit to
guys, I'm
it.
gonna have to
Method
commit.
acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say probably just performing in front of the little kids, because I remember the last musical I was in, we performed for the little kids, and it was just so hard to keep a straight face because all the little kids were like
Exactly.
making jokes about like all of the scenes and all that.
They'll be yelling at you.
Yes.
It's hard, and
Like-
you're like.
Yeah, like last year I had to act flirty, and then it was 6th graders and they were like, ew,
Yeah.
you know, and so it was really funny. But yeah.
And how different would you guys say your character is from you?
Oh, I feel like Ariel is so much different. She's so much more different than I am because, well, last year it was easier for me to play because I think I could relate with her. But I think Ariel's very naive and just like, I don't know if this describes it very well, but I don't know. She's very like happy and kind of stupid. Like she gets herself into these ridiculous situations. So I don't know. It's kind of hard having to mold into that character. So that's what's taking me a lot of work.
Yeah, I would say I'm actually very similar with my character because I feel like Flounder is also a naive, but he's also like adventurous in a way, but like shy at the same time. And I feel like that's me. Like if I first meet you, I'm going to be like such an introvert, but then once I get to know you, I'm going to be like crazy bouncing off the walls. But so like, yeah.
I guess it kind of goes back to, but how has rehearsals for the musical been like? How has like that process been going?
It's been good. We've got through a lot of scenes. I feel like we've run everything at least once. We're still like learning dances and stuff. But there's a song in the musical between me and Prince Eric, and we have to ballroom dance, and I'm an awful dancer, and it's so painful like trying to learn it, and it's like even worse because he's like way better at me than I am, so I'm just like being pulled along.
Just
And it's
dragged
a bit
along.
embarrassing, so that's been the hardest part of rehearsal for me is learning how to ballroom dance.
I feel like the rehearsals are really fun. Like once I have downtime, I can just like relax, but then once I'm in, I just feel like this burst of energy just coming out. And yeah, like, and there's a lot of scenes that I'm in too, so it's fun. Like I can just like kind of be myself in a way. So
I think that's all the questions we have. Do you want to add anything, Aiden? Anything to ask?
No.
Right.
How excited are you to continue? Like, are you gonna try to participate in more musicals in your
Yes.
Redwood career?
yeah, because I've always wanted to be in the Redwood musicals. I've been watching it since like Seussical the musical. I don't remember how long ago that was, but I've always wanted to do the Redwood musical. So now that I'm in it and I got a lead, it's really like I'm just flabbergasted. I guess like I didn't know I could do that. So
yeah, it's kind of strange because I never really thought about it until you just kind of said it. Like Redwood's musical has kind of always been like a very big really big like it was really advertised because even when I was a kid, like we went to the I
was excited.
Yeah,
I
was that little second grader or sixth grader watching whatever it was. So it is pretty actually insane to think about now. Like I'm a senior now in the musical that my little self.
And it's so fun to just meet all the little kids and like remember like how exciting it is. For sure.
And then you know that like what you guys do on stage could probably inspire other little kids that are like, oh, like, I want to do that.
It just keeps going and going.
It just keeps going.
Yeah,
it's a really cool thing. Like it's just really interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Miller?
I think we're lucky because we have someone who's starting her last musical at Redwood, and somebody who's starting her first musical at Redwood. Do you have any advice for Flounder?
Advice. I've
like traditions or
just
advice like, hey,
I would
if
say
you're gonna be in the club, you need to know this.
I would think just become friends with everyone and you know, just get involved backstage and I don't know, I would just say to know everyone in the cast. Like that's just the best part of it because you get long-term friendships and and just to hold out through Tech Week and all that because that's very rough. So yeah,
you're like out by like 10 every night.
Yeah.
And then to follow up, do you have any questions? Because you're sitting next to the most experienced female lead at Redwood High School, talented woman. Do you have any questions like, hey, how does this work? Or like, is it okay if I feel this? Or something like that?
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I can't. I have so many questions, but they're not coming in my head. Like.
No, I get it. I was trying to think of something for advice.
Like, is it? You said you started doing them at junior year. You said, or?
For Redwood, I didn't start doing it till my sophomore year.
Oh, okay.
Which they did Footloose my freshman year, and I regret not doing it so much because the stuff they talked about Footloose was so fun. But yeah, I've been doing it since sophomore year.
Oh, okay. Like, is it better to do it once you're older, like the musicals? Like, is it more fun of an experience?
I honestly think like the younger you are, it's actually more fun because it's all new. You have new directors, new choreographers, but then again, you know, you might not be as comfortable. You don't really know anything, and once you feel it out, that's when it's more. I think it's less intimidating as you get older, for sure. But
I feel like because I started doing musicals like anything theater last year, because Mean Girls was my first ever like thing in theater. I think for me, I probably would have liked to have done it when I was a freshman.
Same. I regret not doing it as a freshman.
Yeah, because it's really intimidating, like being into this setup kind of structured thing, like because everyone knew each other already. Everyone's in either a drama class or maybe in drama, or they just have friends in there. Yeah. And I didn't really know anyone there, so for like half of it, I was just kind of like standing in the corner, just like watching and stuff.
Yeah.
But
which we're all guilty. I've definitely done that before.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, didn't say a word unless I knew you already.
Yeah,
so.
It was only until like the end where like we were like done basically, you know, like we were kind of finalizing our dances, and then for sure by Tech Week, like I knew people, so it was a lot easier to get around.
It's crazy how like I feel like Tech Week, you become friends with people you've like literally never
didn't talk to the entire
didn't see
time.
At all, and you're all in the same dressing room and just all that. So like, just a lot of it is just those couple weeks in the theater that is really bonding and it's really fun.
Yeah.
So.
That's all the questions I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for Mr. Miller for allowing us to use his room
Thank
and
you
to
for
podcast.
Our editors.
Thank you for our editors, arts editors.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. The Little Mermaid musical will be performing in LJ
In January.
January 23rd to the 26th, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of show weeks. So.
A lot of
Yes.
shows. Keep updating on the Redwood Gigantea. We're gonna be having a lot of stories. Talking more in depth to these people, writtenly, so you can reread it. You know, don't have to watch it. Is writtenly bad?
Oh, I love written.
That's a word. That's a word? Oh, okay,
It
cool.
is
That's
now.
the AP English
Okay.
teacher. He knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna take his word.
Okay.
And we're gonna just review the musical, but you definitely should watch the musical. And I think next week we're gonna be talking to Ursula and her eels, which I see one of them
Yes.
back there, eating a shit.
I love Katie. Ursula is
Yes.
such a fun character
She's-
for sure,
she's
and
so
she does it so well.
Energetic. It's just great. It's great. With that being said, this is the Everything Entertainment Podcast brought to you by the Redwood Gigantea. I am your host, Laysha Vargas,
I'm your co-host, Aiden Lupian.
and that's a wrap.
Bye.
Now we like laugh.
Again.